when I say Buffalo Bills, what are you thinking?
Who's left? It's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meme with Will Smith, and Josh Allen's just looking around like, okay. I don't have Stephon Diggs. Dawson Knox is an old but injured tight end. Dalton Kincaid is a bright spot, but we have Von Miller who can't stay healthy, and then we had to cut everyone else on our defense. Some of those players going to Miami. Yeah, Josh Allen's regressed every single year outside of Brian Daboll, and I think that continues because we have seen him without Stephon Diggs, and we've seen him with Stephon Diggs, and I don't think his drop off will be as bad as pre Stephon Diggs, but I don't think it's gonna be great either.
Yeah. And they went the way they filled his shoes were signing Curtis Samuel, drafting Keon Coleman, and Khalil Shakur another year older.
Yeah, Khalil Shakir another year older, and just someone who's like, fine.
He's
He's
solid.
fine.
He's
Curtis
solid.
Samuel, fine, but they don't have a dynamic weapon on offense. I know they're trying to run the ball a little bit more, but like at the same time, how much punishment can Josh Allen keep taking? So I think this is going to be kind of soul searching year for the Buffalo Bills, and Sean McDermott finally gets outed.
Okay. Well, they start their season in Arizona. Oh, I'm sorry. They host Arizona week 1.
Ooh, yeah, one of the best games over the past few years in the NFL was Arizona versus Buffalo. Maserati, Marv, and Kyler. Give me the Cardinals.
Okay. Upset. And then Thursday night football the following week, Dolphins and Bills.
Dolphins and Bills. And yeah, give me Miami in that game. They've been able to take care of business versus the Bills early in the season.
All right. And then they have one of those weird times where there's 2 Monday night games. They have them hosting the Jaguars.
They're hosting the Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars in that game.
Okay. And then they have them going to Baltimore.
To Baltimore. Uh yeah, again, I have to take Baltimore.
All right. So they are starting off
0-4.
0 and 4. And it doesn't get easier for them because they then go to the Texans.
They go to the Texans again. No shot.
All right.
Stephon Diggs potentially goes for 200 yards in that game.
Yeah, revenge game for them.
All right.
And then New Jersey Jets call their name on Monday Night Football. They take on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and we saw what happened last time on Monday Night Football. So, yeah, I have to go with the Jets here.
Okay. And then they host Will Levis and the Titans.
Okay, I'll give you a break. You're hosting the Titans. Titans will be an up and down team. They may struggle and lose against some teams that they shouldn't. So I'll have the Bills picking up their first win here.
At 1 and 6. And then the next week they go to Seattle.
They go to Seattle. Yeah, I think Josh Allen can win this game. Starting to get his mojo back. This is going to be the time where he's like, all right, I guess I have to do this all myself here, and puts the team on his back.
All right. And then the next week they host the Miami Dolphins.
They host the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, the Dolphins beating them twice, so I'll stick with that.
All right. And then this next stretch is pretty tough for them. They go to Indianapolis.
Yeah, I have the Colts in that one.
All right. And then could be game of the year potentially. They host Patrick Mahomes. Always a great game.
Game of the year potentially. Yeah. Yeah, at this point the Chiefs feel bad for the Bills. The Bills have had some success over the Chiefs in the regular season, so I will take the Bills in that game.
Very nice of you.
I'll let them win.
Yeah. And then they host the 49ers the following week on Sunday Night Football.
No shot.
This is also following a bye week. And then they go to LA to face the Rams.
I'll take the Bills in that game.
All right.
I think Josh Allen can run all over them without Aaron Donald.
For sure. And then the next week, they go to Detroit to take on Marshall Mathers and the Lions.
Yeah. Josh Allen diss track coming in hot. Might potentially make Josh Allen switch to volleyball, so I'll take the Lions.
All right. And then to end the season, bunch of AFC East matchups. They host the Patriots.
They host the Patriots. Yeah, I had the Patriots winning that game.
All right. And then they host the Jets.
I'll have them beating the Jets.
All right. And then they end the season with the Patriots on a flex game.
I'll have them beating the Patriots.
All right.
So they are 6-11.
They're 6-11 Bills.
6-11 Bills. Like honestly, like who's on the team at this point? Like people will say it's crazy, but like at the same time, it's like your defense is going to be questionable at best. You're relying on who at wide receiver? Kind of a rookie. You're putting all of that on him. Potentially, you run the ball. Maybe you get 7 or 8 wins, but I think you're in the 6 to 8 win range here, and you could potentially go 6-11 or 8-9 would be probably the best case scenario.
Yeah, I see them at 8-9. I think that they'll be competing for the wild card, but they end up fall short. I think they will miss the playoffs this year, but ultimately, I think it's going to be a tough season for them. They won their division after rallying. We saw that they fell to 5-6 last year, and they rallied off a bunch of wins against a really tough schedule. But can they do that again without Stephon Diggs is the question. So
Yeah.
that's really the question to be had.